Hey, congratulations on 1 year. Yesterday was our 1 year anniversary for the podcast.
1 year of doing this.
1 year of doing this.
Have I made it into half of them?
Yeah, I've only done 2 episodes without you.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's pretty good for
Pretty
me.
good. Yeah. Yeah, so congratulations.
Yeah, and we have not stuck with our original format at all.
No, and that's fine. And I think it's evolving as we go. And I think it's going to be a lot more. Our vacations are pretty Disney centric, and we've got some pretty Disney centric stuff. But we are currently annual pass holders to both Universal Studios and Knott's Berry Farm.
Yes. Pulled the trigger on Knott's a few days ago.
It was $99 for all of this year and next year.
Well, the remaining portion of this year and next year. Yes. So that will serve us our upcoming trip and also our Christmas trip.
Since it's our 1 year, would you ever think about getting like a matching tattoos for our podcast?
No.
No?
I would never actually get a tattoo.
Okay, well, if you had to get a Disney tattoo, this is something we talked about before a little bit. What would you get for a Disney tattoo?
Okay, well, you start with one of yours.
Okay. One of them is one we talked about. It was the first one that you were like, oh, it'd be kind of funny. It would be a Winnie the Pooh quote in cursive across my chest or inner arm.
Inner arm.
Because
Not
a lot
shoulder
of
blade?
Maybe shoulder blade. A lot of my family has cursive, either scripture or inspirational quotes, and I find it kind of funny. So I thought it would be funny to get a punchy Winnie the Pooh quote.
To go along with the cursive theme, I would get Disneyland.
Like just the letters or what?
Yeah, the word Disneyland, just in cursive. So there is a Disneyland gold necklace on Shop Disney right now.
Uh-huh.
And that is probably how I would get it. So if anyone wants to look that up.
Where would you get it?
Probably... What's the least painful spot to get a tattoo? I know your foot is one of the most painful. I think the foot is one of the most painful places.
So that's where you get it?
No, wherever it's the least painful.
Forearm.
All right, I'm getting on my forearm.
All my siblings that got forearm tattoos are a bunch of wimps. That's what I say.
Well, some of them have full sleeves now, so.
Well, obviously it doesn't hurt that much if there's sleeves on their forearms. That's the least painful place to get it.
No, the sleeve goes all the way up their arm to their shoulder, dear.
I was thinking a Haunted Mansion one would be cool, some sort.
Oh, yeah, like the Hitchhiker's Ghost.
Like we talked about it. Yeah, Haunted Mansion was the first time you grabbed my arm, so I'd put it on my arm.
I don't know. Like, I am not a tattoo person. I do not. Something with Mickey and Minnie, though, because you know how like the shapes are like the 3 circles for Mickey's head, and then Minnie's is 3 circles with the bow. So maybe something with that.
That'd be cute.
Small, very small.
I put zodiac signs. This is something I considered, I still think would be kind of cool to get a Pokemon one with our zodiac signs, like the rabbit, the ram.
Oh, those zodiac signs.
Yeah, no. The Chinese zodiac. Where we'd have a dragon, a ram, a bunny, and a monkey.
Oh, yeah.
We do that in Pokemon because that's big with our family. But something like that.
But that's not Disney.
That isn't. So I would do that with
Disney characters,
kind of like what they have in Shanghai.
I know, that looks so cool. So Shanghai, just for reference, Shanghai has this garden with a Chinese zodiac throughout it in a mosaic.
Yeah, they've got the mosaic.
Yeah, and so it's Disney characters so like the dragon is Mushu, and the Year of the Pig is what's the pig's name in Toy Story? Oink? Ham. There you go. Oink.
Yeah, his name's Oink.
And I don't know what I would do for a third one.
The last one I think would be funny would be to do a hidden Mickey. And you'd have to...
Now, I think it'd be even better to do a hidden Mickey with one of your moles.
Oh, I considered that. I actually did consider that. Well, the funny thing is, I've had a tattoo for over a month now.
No, you haven't.
And you... I'm dead serious. I've had a tattoo for over a month.
No, you haven't.
Disneyland's 69th anniversary. I got a tattoo.
No, you didn't.
And I thought, she'll never find it.
Disneyland's 69th anniversary.
Uh-huh. I got a hidden Mickey tattoo.
No, you didn't.
I did.
I don't believe you.
Any guesses?
Where you got a hidden Mickey?
Uh-huh. And it's not in a weird spot.
Or inappropriate?
It's not in an inappropriate spot.
You did not.
It's in a fairly obvious spot.
You didn't. You're lying.
So how do we want to do this?
In July?
Do you want me to show it to you first, or do you want me to go into the story?
In July, you went to get a tattoo. Did you go with Matt?
Okay, listen, it's a bit of... Matt did offer to go into the tattoo shop with me when we were getting Filipino food, because there was one there, but...
I had a feeling Matt was a part of this.
Shop minimums were $100. for tattoos. So I'll show you. Would you like to see?
I don't believe you.
I got it. It's been hiding under my ring, which is really hard to hide because it's been...
Because you play with your ring all the time. I'm sorry, my eyesight's not that good.
Well, see, that's part of it. It's a very tiny Mickey Mouse.
That's a pen.
It's not a pen.
It is. I don't believe you.
You want me to come closer?
Why?
It's so tiny.
But why?
Because it made me laugh.
Okay. So, yeah, I want to know the story now.
Shannon, I've been planning this since we started the podcast. So
it's been a year in the making.
It's been a year in the making. Well, I've run into a few snags.
For someone who doesn't plan anything, I find this completely unbelievable.
Okay, so that's part of the problem is it wasn't planned. The idea was there, but executing it was a little difficult. I had intended on getting it maybe a lot sooner, but for those that so I have a very small 3-dot Mickey head underneath where my wedding band goes. The idea was Mike's daughter was doing tattoos. Like she started doing it just from home, but she was never available. And so I looked into local shops and it was $100 minimum for something like this. I thought, well, shoot, that's ridiculous. This is a funny joke to me. And most of the jokes, like the t-shirts that I make, are funny to me and no one else.
Yeah.
And so I was like, this is an expensive joke that may not be funny to anyone but me. So then I found a tattoo gun on Amazon for $50. And I thought, well, shoot, I can do this myself. It's 3 dots. And then I found a stick and poke kit for like $15 on Amazon. So that's what I went with. It's essentially a very nice long tattoo needle, and you kind of had to take it and dip it in ink and go ... The problem is it's in a spot that fades really quick, so I've had to already touch it up once.
Well, also the kind of kit you got, of course, is going to fade.
That's probably part of the problem. Before I touched it up, like it looked okay the first week, and then it looked like just a mole after a while, so I touched it up for this.
Okay.
So there you go. Happy 1-year podcast-versary. And now I can tell all my siblings I got a cool tattoo like them.
Oh yeah, that's real cool. I saw it at one point on your finger because you must have been playing with your ring or something.
To be fair, when you said it looks like pen, that's a fair assessment because I've been putting hidden Mickeys all over my body in pen to see what you would notice and what you wouldn't. So at one point I had it on my multiple fingers. My leg blended in with a mole was one of them. But
You're so weird.
I almost pulled the trigger on the mole one, and then I got nervous and I Googled it. It's all never tattoo moles because your dermatologist won't be able to tell if it's changed. And I thought, well, that seems risky for a joke. So that's the
especially the one on your arm that you had removed and then it came back.
Yeah, they already cut that one off and said it was fine. They cut the one on my leg off too, and that one came back as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch those with any kind of inking, especially as a novice.
Yeah, well, I'm professional now.
Not how that looks.
To all Disney adults and morbidly curious casuals, we proudly present our spectacular festival pageant of theme park ramblings and peculiar opinions in thousands of seconds of average quality sounds. Of Mice and Matterhorns podcast.
Welcome to Of Mice and Matterhorns. I'm not doing the tagline going into the second year of our podcast.
All right, well, I'm Shannon.
I'm Daniel. And we're your hosts, where we talk about our vacations, and oftentimes that means Disney. I was so nervous to tell you this. You can't imagine the guilt that I have just shouldered for the last month and a half.
Why?
I don't know.
Why? Like, I don't like them, but why would you care?
Because I like you.
Okay.
It's kind of funny though, right?
Sure. But I'm pretty sure I saw it and I was like, why did you write with pen on your hand there? Now, what happened when you said a pen exploded on your hand? Was that...
That was genuine. A pen had exploded on my hand.
That wasn't you, like, trying to do the tattoo and it didn't work out?
If we want to get into it, I was extremely careful about this whole tattoo thing. Like...
Did you sanitize the needle?
I sanitized... Well, the needles come sanitized. There's a whole pack of them.
Okay.
I sanitized my hand. I made the work surface clean. All this, yada, yada, yada. And it didn't take long, right? Because it's 3 dots.
Yeah.
The first time, I didn't really know what I was doing. I mean, I watched a lot of videos. It came with some practice skin, so I had practiced a little bit. And I was like, well, we'll just give it a shot. And yeah.
Okay.
But I had to, you know how awkward I am, right? So
Yes.
I like had the needles hidden, the used ones, because you have to dispose of them with sharps in the sharps container. I was taking them to like the library to try to find a sharps disposal container. Just so you know, there is no sharps disposal container in the library.
Yeah, Target.
Turns out I didn't go to Target.
I'm pretty sure Target has
So
one.
I had to Google it. We can dispose of them in our general garbage. We just have to put them inside of a bottle and label it sharps.
Yes.
So there you go.
If we ever threw a knife away, we always wrapped it in cardboard and taped it really well and then wrote sharp on it.
Oh, that's nice of you.
So.
Yeah. So this was a cheap kit on Amazon. I watched many tutorial videos with people doing a lot more intricate designs than 3 dots.
Mm-hmm.
My big concern was I was going to start with the one ear and then I would goof it up and one would be lopsided, so I'd have to make the other bigger, and then that would get lopsided and I have to make the other bigger. And then I'd panic and not know what to do is essentially what my biggest fear was. Which this turned out much better than my practice with the pen.
Oh, okay.
Because it was a lot more fine-tuned anyway.
Okay.
Very exciting.
All right. Well, I hope you don't feel nervous anymore.
The relief.
You've been like, have you ever not lied, but like kept something from me this long?
Look at it. I can keep all kinds of secrets from you.
No, you can't.
All
I just don't care enough.
This is it. This is the big secret he's been hiding.
I just don't care enough. So I'm like the one person that doesn't, because you told your whole family, didn't you?
No, I told Julie.
Okay.
Because I can't remember if I
And she
told
was so
her.
impressed,
And I told
wasn't
Joanna.
she?
No, she thought it was pretty funny that I got a stick and poke.
That was a sarcastic thing.
Essentially, the kit that I got is what teenagers get to be cool
Uh-huh.
at parties, I guess. So we're headed to Disneyland soon. And it's fall, and we're going for Oogie Boogie Bash.
Mm-hmm.
And what are we holding in our hands right now?
We are holding the foodie guide, the Disneyland Halloween foodie guide. Yeah, we only usually do the foodie guides when we are going because I try not to obsess over the food that I can't have. So I try to ignore the foodie guides other times of the year. Food and wine was really hard. It looked really fun this last time.
Yeah,
so I had a really hard time with that, but I tried to.
This is the first year where I was actually interested in Food and Wine Festival because I've never done it before. Neither of us have been. But after doing some of the other festivals, seeing what options they had, it was like they're trying weird stuff. And that sounds fun to me.
I don't remember the weird stuff. Sorry. Get it? The gray stuff, the
gray
weird stuff.
The weird stuff. It may be delicious. So, I don't know. Let's start with the menu. Let's go through it. And we're not going to go through the whole menu. We're going to go through the bits that we highlighted, right? So Shannon does this wonderful thing where she prints out the menu or the foodie guide and she hands it to me and we highlight our favorites on individual things.
And I also hand you a highlighter, an orange highlighter.
That's true.
Daniel is orange and I am green.
However, on mine, I did go through again and I used 3 different colored highlighters to color coordinate my level of interest. So for the sake of audio, I'm going to have A, B, and C as my tiered, with A being the highest. On here, it's green, orange, and red. But
green as in good.
Green is in good.
You had a red highlighter?
It's pink.
Okay. Got to keep you honest
right,
now
so
that I know that you can keep things from me.
It's green. I'm sorry. I'll start over. It's yellow, orange, and pink. A, B, and C. But so Alien Pizza Planet's the first one on the list. Where do you have anything highlighted there?
The Alien Buzz macaron filled with berries and cream. We've seen a couple people try it on YouTube now, and they've loved it. And we had a salted caramel version with your mom. That would have been our January trip. And I did not enjoy it.
She liked it.
She loved it.
Hi,
I
Mom.
do not like salted caramel. It's never been my thing. But berries and cream sounds really good.
I have the same thing. I've got the same treat highlighted on mine, and it's the only thing I have highlighted at the Alien Pizza Planet. Yeah.
Okay, so I have A and B, and so the apple and pecan salad sounded really good. There's candy pecans, Granny Smith apples, feta cheese crumbles, and maple dressing. And in case, because our oldest really loves Pizza Planet pizza, and I thought if we have to go there, rather than getting something that has dairy in it, I will get that because you can ask for that without cheese.
Yeah, that actually looks really good to me too. So for me, the cookie, the macaron was a B. It was not like a must get. Just
well,
because
then I'm not sharing.
Just because there's so many. Well, no. Don't get me wrong. If
Nope.
it's highlighted,
I'm not
hold
sharing.
on. If it's
I'm not
highlighted,
sharing.
it's something I want to at least taste. The
So,
apple pecan salad, though.
What
sorry,
I'm
go
gonna
ahead.
do when, since you keep stuff from me now, when I go to pick up, when I go to pick up our oldest pizza from Pizza Planet, I'm gonna get the macaron, and I'm not gonna tell you when.
Okay, as long as you tell me a month and a half afterwards. How many snacks have you had without telling me at Disneyland while we're in the park together?
None.
None?
None.
You've never swung by and got a little snack?
You have?
I don't think I have. I've gotten like the one time I did it.
I don't believe anything you say now.
I think the one time that I did it, I had to pick up something for our oldest, and I was like, I'm so hungry. And so I mobile ordered a jalapeno cheese pretzel and just grabbed it on the way to where you were. But I offered it to you and you didn't want it. Also, it wasn't great.
Jalapeno and cheese. Yeah, that's a
real
no
winning combo.
every time. And you know it too. So I will say the only time that I have ordered food that you were not aware of is when we did our Clash and Dash end of last September.
Yeah.
And it was very freeing to be like, I don't have to tell you what I'm ordering or where I'm getting food or anything. Like, I just don't force do whatever I want.
Listen, folks.
No, I am
She wants adventure in the great wide somewhere.
I'm a very honest person, like extremely
you
so.
You are very honest.
Which is part of the reason I have the job that I have. I have a hard time like not saying what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, to the same thing. I mean, we've talked about it before. The Clash and Dash was nice to not have to like consult each other. Not that that's like much of a thing, but it is just like we could just act on instinct and do exactly what we wanted without having to really consider anything else. But
we haven't done that since.
No.
It was just the one time. But it was like we're always thinking about our boys or each other, which is good for a relationship. That's very good. But it was just like the relief of like, it's only me. And I only have to worry about me right now.
So, and that's, I mean, even that consideration goes when we're hanging out with other people too. Like I could be at a convention or something and it's so rarely like, I'm going to just go do what I want, but you're consulting with the people you're around. So being able to be somewhere that we've been to so many times and have an experience where we just do what we want is kind of cool. Restaurant, Bengal barbecue?
Nope.
And you have nothing there?
Nope.
The hoopla wrap?
There's one thing.
This was a green one for me. So this is level A for me, the hoopla wrap. To the point that I may get this over a Ronto wrap if it comes down to it and I have to pick. But this is their take on the Ronto wrap, essentially. It's the hoopla wrap. A wild boar sausage with a cucumber tomato salad and miso aioli on a grilled lavash. I don't know. It looks kind of like a pita.
Fancy.
Yeah. I mean, it looks good.
But wild boar.
Yeah, I know that it's probably just like a normal pork sausage, but I want to try it because it says wild boar.
I just feel so bad. Like this is like, a little wild pig that thought it was going to live out its life in freedom. And then they killed it and brought it to Disneyland.
Like, listen.
I don't think I can eat that.
Our guests' tastes are getting a little more lavish.
I like farmed food. I don't like wild food.
When I go to Disneyland, I want to know that my food was hunted fair and square. So that's why I'm excited. Did you ever see Old Yeller? You saw how fierce those boars were.
Hey, it was a long time ago. I have blocked out so much of it because I was made fun of for crying in that movie, which is why I don't cry in movies now.
I used to make fun of people for crying in movies.
Yeah, well, look how far that got you.
The tables have turned. We cannot see the wild. I'm going by myself to see the wild robot.
Okay, well, the boys and I will go and have a lovely time.
Sounds good. Not crying.
Okay, but Blue Bayou Restaurant, we are not going there, so we will not be trying the pumpkin swirl cheesecake. Cafe Daisy, that is up in Toontown. We still have not eaten anything there. It has been open for a year and a half. Yeah, a year and a half. It's been open. And we still have not gotten food there. They have some regular menu items that I still have on my list to try. So probably going to do that. I have highlighted here Daisy's Goody Goody Donuts. So they're house-made mini apple cider donuts with sliced apple sugar. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. Like I said, my eyesight is
apple sugar.
Good.
Yummy.
Spiced apple sugar. I had highlighted the caramel apple cold brew, but now we've seen 2 people try it and they absolutely hated it. But then you said you knew someone that tried it and loved it.
Tracy went recently, who still wants to come on the podcast and talk about her stay at the Pixar Place Hotel.
That's right.
She loved it. And so I'm interested in trying it. I like that there is not only pumpkin spice, but they're pushing caramel apple stuff this year too. Yeah. But the people that didn't like it also said it reminded them of the lollipop, the caramel apple lollipop that I really, really like. So
yeah, so
that's
I guess
a green
it's just
one for
your
me. That's an A
preference for that.
It's a level A for me.
Okay.
Oh, did you highlight the donuts? You did. You just said you highlighted the donuts.
I just read the description and read it wrong, and you made fun of me.
That's right. I didn't highlight it because the thing I have a hard time with that is the price is like over $1 a donut.
Yeah.
For mini donuts, and we get those around here. So I mean, I'm sure it's going to be very good.
Yes.
I put my first C level highlight with the Toontown Fall Harvest Pumpkin Iced Tea.
Yep, I have that on there too. And that is my B list because I only have an A and B list. But
the fact that it's sweet tea entices me.
Well, and see, that's the thing that I want to try and has been on my list forever is just their Granny Goof's Garden Sweet Tea. Gold Peak sweet iced tea with honey mango premium syrup and mango filled spheres. So masa
really
boba
things.
So that's there just year round. And I have been wanting to try that forever. So we might do that. But there's also the specialty cold brew. And that is orgeat syrup. I have no idea what that is. Whipped cream, chocolate sauce, and toasted coconut. That's there year round too. And I've been wanting to try that.
So really good.
It'll depend on the day of if I want to go fall or if I want to go regular. So, because we don't, after this trip, after we finish a Disney trip, I usually plan the next. So we don't have a next planned. Knowing that we might not be there for a while, I might go with the regular. But anyway.
That's fair.
All right. Carnation Cafe has some tasty looking things, but we do not have reservations. So moving on.
Oh, I have two things highlighted. Because
apparently Daniel is going to Carnation Cafe and did not tell me.
Well, they're sea level. I put the spicy chicken sandwich.
He didn't tell me.
Yeah, well, it's a reservation for one. It was the only way I could get in. I'm having a spicy chicken sandwich and a spiked pickle lemonade. And then I'll be at the hotel the rest of the day dealing with my gastric issues. Those were sea level. I was just curious.
It.
I forgot.
Okay, churros near Buzz Lightyear Astro Blaster. I did not highlight, but they have green apple churro and caramel sauce. I'm guessing that's going to taste similar to those suckers. I haven't seen those suckers in years. Do they still make them, the caramel apple suckers?
Maybe we just live in a more financially stable neighborhood that gives out better candy for Halloween than what we grew up in.
I grew up in this neighborhood.
Oh. I didn't. I think I may have like one churro in here highlighted. Honestly, we've not had like great luck with the specialty churros, in my opinion.
We had the Fluffernutter churro.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Fluffernutter churros.
Like, that's the thing. Like, you never know when they're going to be amazing. Yeah. And so then if you don't try them, you won't find out. You'll miss out.
You're right. Let's get all like 17 of these churros.
So I'm another honorable mention because I don't have these highlighted, but they just sound so fun. It's a churros near Haunted Mansion. They have a bride churro with elegantly dressed churro and a bouquet of vanilla and sugar, and a groom churro, classic churro dressed in a duo of dark and milk chocolate. And I thought, that's so sweet. Except the bride near the Haunted Mansion, she's insane. But other than that, I thought that was a very sweet.
I don't have anything until Edelweiss.
Well, there was only one other churro.
There you have it.
Edelweiss Snacks. That is behind the Matterhorn on your way to Small World, which sadly will be closed when we are there. But they have the Fantasyland Garlic Cheesy Brat. And so that's a bratwurst in a cheesy garlic pretzel bread. If you have not had the cheesy garlic pretzel bread and you're headed to Disneyland, do get it. It is amazing. I cannot eat dairy and I still eat it.
It's a top tier snack. Mm-hmm. It's incredible. And for the price, it's really good.
And so now they've added a brat because apparently people were doing hacks of this and they were buying their meat at the Bengal barbecue and then putting it into the pretzel. And so now they're just doing a brat and putting it into the pretzel. So they're making more money. Well, not necessarily because Bengal, their meat skewers are like $9.
Yeah, this will end up being cheaper than doing that. But I'm sure it was a safety risk when you have that many people running from Bengal barbecue across the park with skewers. to make sure the food's hot. So I think it was a safety thing that now they just throw a bratwurst in there.
Oh yeah,
I love it.
You don't want something to get skewered as they're running across the park.
You don't want the meat to get cold. So
oh man,
that's high on my list. That is one of the top things. I had as a C highlighted the Alpine Almond Delight. I don't know that I'm going to keep that highlighted.
No, we're not. I'm sorry. We're not going to waste our money on that. We watched a couple videos on YouTube of it. And in the town we live in, there's a bakery and they make some phenomenal almond tarts. So we're used to almond paste. And so the people that reviewed this in the video were like, yeah, we were expecting almond paste. And it is not at all.
Yeah.
It's just a puff pastry type thing.
We really are spoiled with our almond pastries. And I could go for an almond tart right now.
One of our friends makes those the almond logs. And so we had it at, I think, New Year's.
I thought those were single serve things when I first moved up here and ate an entire party platter and did not realize until afterwards that it was, I think you told me the whole log thing. Yeah. Cause I was like, geez, this was $15 for one pastry. And I sat down in the restaurant by myself and sat there, opened it and ate it.
If TikTok was invented back then, someone behind the counter would have videoed you.
I had no idea it was for sharing. It's not that big. I mean, granted, the calories was probably...
The calories was probably like 5,000 calories.
So it was very good, and we got very good almond
My poor simple husband. Okay.
I'm just a simple boy.
Galactic Grill. All right, Gibson Girl ice cream
hold on. I do got the pumpkin pie chai iced tea highlighted at Galactic Grill. It's a B for me. Iced chai tea topped with a pumpkin pie cream. Here's where I'm stuck. There's so many cold brews and so many other specialty drinks that it's gonna be an in the moment decision on what I end up getting, whether it be an iced tea or a cold brew, depending on the situation.
But knowing that you don't love pumpkin pie, I don't know that we should waste our money there.
I do like chai though.
Harbor Galley, they have a Transylvania transfusion, which is like some kind of berry drink. We won't be getting that, but we probably will be trying their chocolate chip cookies with the dipping sauce.
Cookie butter dipping sauce. Mm-hmm. Well, now the Transylvanian transfusion I have highlighted as a maybe for me, a C. The only reason is since we went there on our first date, I've been hunting for the replacement for the Practically Perfect Punch, which they no longer have at the Jolly Holiday. It was hands down my favorite drink that I've ever had at Disneyland, and they've only had it like maybe twice.
That was years and years ago.
Years ago, yeah. So I may try it in the hopes that I find something similar.
Okay. All right. And now we are to our typical favorite pastry restaurant in Disneyland. However, I have very few things highlighted here. So this is the Jolly Holiday Bakery Cafe. That's what Daniel was just referencing. And I just have the Jack-o'-lantern Mickey Pumpkin Macaron. It's got a pumpkin macaron shell filled with caramel buttercream and pumpkin cheesecake. Sounds very good. It looks adorable.
Yeah, I've got that highlighted as a C for me.
All right. Well, our youngest and I will be enjoying that.
Now, listen, hold on.
No.
It doesn't mean... I have a lot highlighted here, actually. And that one is the lowest.
See, that's the thing, though, is that if it's a C on your list, it can't actually be on your list because I only have A's and B's.
But you could have done C and D. Spiced bunt cake. Spiced bunt cake. I put that as a C, as a B, just because I think I like the idea of bunt cakes more than I like bunt cakes. It's a spiced cake filled with cream cheese frosting and topped with purple glaze, sprinkles, and spiced mousse with a Mickey chocolate decoration. The highest on my list here is the caramel apple cheesecake. Caramel cheesecake with caramelized apple filling, green-colored white chocolate mousse, chocolate flakes, and chocolate bat decoration. I love cheesecake, and I love caramel apple.
And then I was really bummed. I really wanted to like the hazelnut brownie tart with chocolate frosting, but one of our YouTubers tried it and said it tasted awful. And I was like, once again, Disney can't do chocolate.
I had that one highlighted originally, too, and took it off. Not necessarily because of what they said, but because of how it looked. Mm-hmm. It looked like... It didn't look
They
great
should have just used Nutella.
Yeah, they should have.
They just need to use Nutella.
Yeah.
And our youngest we went on a hike up a mountain yesterday, and I asked him what I should pack along for a snack, and he goes, Nutella. And I thought, I'm not packing a jar of Nutella on a hike, but I probably will pack one to Disneyland.
Yeah.
They need some chocolate. Nutella isn't amazing chocolate, but it's
pretty good.
Better than what they can do.
I've got 2 level Bs left at Jolly Holiday.
Whoa. Did you highlight everything?
Not everything, no. The pear blackberry cheesecake.
It's on 2 pages.
Crostata. Mm-hmm. Fresh pears with New York cheesecake and blackberry jam.
That sounds
in
very
pie
good.
crust topped with caramel.
What
Sounds
was that
great
rated?
on paper. That was a B. It may have been bumped up to an A just as I read the description.
Yeah, that's a B for me because it has cheesecake. So
also a B and maybe should be an A is the bulgogi toasted sandwich with corn cheese soup, marinated beef, grilled onion, mozzarella, and kimchi aioli on sourdough served with corn cheese soup. This is not listed as new, so I'm assuming this is the one that I have already had because I have had the bulgogi, or I've had a bulgogi. You have anything else highlighted at the Jolly Holiday?
Yes, I really want to try the Mickey Bat Cookie. It's a shortbread bat cookie dipped in dark chocolate with a vampire Mickey face.
Okay.
I've heard their shortbread is quite good. I don't remember if I've had it or not. And then dipped in chocolate in dark chocolate. Mm-hmm. I was like, that possibly could be something that might taste good as chocolate.
It sounds really good. Honestly, I don't know why I didn't highlight it. I was being stingy. I didn't highlight it because I have another highlighted shortbread chocolate dipped cookie later on in the list.
That's the same exact thing, just so you know.
Is it?
They sell it at multiple places.
It is not a Bat Mickey one, though.
Fine.
I don't think you got this listed, so I'm just going to say it was a C level, mostly out of morbid curiosity, is the blueberry corn dog. Hand-dipped corn dog topped with blueberry compote and bacon powdered sugar. Sounds interesting. Sounds weird. The Little Red Wagon has the best corn dogs ever, and that one's a weird one, so that's a maybe.
I wouldn't know if they have the best corn dogs ever because the one time I was going to try it, our son dropped it on the ground. Rancho del Zocalo Restaurante. We are doing a dining package there.
All right, the next restaurant is no, we're not doing Maurice's Treats.
No.
That seems like a waste of money.
Yeah, it's a trick-or-treat mix with gummy worms, M&Ms.
I do want to point out, this seems like the biggest cash grab on Disney's. I'm sure this is like at least $9 or $10 for gummy worms, M&Ms, and marshmallows and like pretzel sticks.
Yeah.
They better give you a lot. So we're hopping over to the Mint Julep bar with tangy apple Mickey-shaped beignets dusted with tangy apple powdered sugar and caramel dipping sauce. I put that as a B for me.
Okay. I still need to have the beignets at the Jazz Kitchen, so I'm hoping a certain someone takes me on a little date there while
I'll
we're
talk
down.
to our son and see if he can take you. He won't eat them.
Our youngest? Absolutely he will. You better send me with our oldest.
You got one that won't eat them and one that won't share.
All right, Plaza Inn. There's a chance that we will go there. And so I am going to give Disneyland another chance with chocolate. They have the chocolate shortcake, chocolate pound cake, cookie crumbs, chocolate syrup, whipped topping, gummy candy, and a chocolate tombstone. It looks very festive. The other thing I would really like to try, but it's a cheesecake, is the chocolate silk cheesecake. Chocolate cheesecake topped with a white chocolate mousse, chocolate curls, and sprinkles. And it just looks so cute.
I actually only highlighted the poison apple cake. I should have highlighted the chocolate shortcake. That looks like the best thing on here to me.
Mm-hmm. And it's got a little grave tombstone and it says dig in.
The poison apple cake is red cinnamon. Oh, I didn't know it was cinnamon. Red cinnamon cake with cream cheese and caramelized apple filling, red cream cheese frosting, and a green ganache. Okay, reading it again, I can see why.
You didn't know it was cinnamon. May I ask what you were doing when you were reading through this?
I don't know.
You were sitting on the couch and
we were sweating about having to tell you about my tattoo.
We were watching something on YouTube. Oh, man.
Well, now I'm more interested in it, though. What a weird mix of flavors.
Guess what, Daniel? They have the pretzel that you snuck.
Jalapeno cheese-filled pretzel topped with spicy crumble.
That's by Star Tours. You can be unfaithful again.
All right.
Just to clarify, he never has. That's just with clarify. A tattoo. All right, on to Rancho del Zocalo Restaurante. We are doing a dining package there for Fantasmic because the Hungry Bear is closed, and that is usually the lowest tier dining package. Mm-hmm. And we have done the River Belle Terrace 2 times. Oh, I've done it 2 times. Once with you and once with a friend.
I was gonna say, you went to the River Belle Terrace without me?
You knew about
I
that.
know.
And so we're doing the Rancho del Zocalo package because it's a lower one. And this time we have 2 kids coming with us. So since we're paying for 4, we thought we better do the lower tier. And their menu looked really good. And they have a dessert that looks amazing. It's the Mickey shaped pumpkin salted dulce cream puff filled with a pumpkin mousse and salted dulce de leche. And sorry, my Spanish is not great, but it looks adorable. And I have a feeling it's going to taste good too.
I've got that one highlighted as well as a B.
Okay, on to Red Rose Tavern. I'm slightly disappointed because in years past, and I got this last year, they have had the grave stuff. So the gray stuff is normal, but grave, Grave stuff, and it has a little tombstone that says dig in on it too. Or RIP, I can't remember which. It was just, cutely themed with this. Well, this year they do not have that. They do not even have the regular gray stuff right now. They only have the enchanted pumpkin stuff.
The gray stuff, it was just the grave stuff was the gray stuff, right? Like flavor wise.
Yeah. So this is completely different. But I showed it to our youngest and he was like, nope, not going to try it. So I'm like, perfect. I get one all to myself. And then I have for a B listed item is the maple French toast sandwich. So that's a breakfast item.
I have that as a B as well. French toast with an egg patty, bacon, and Munster cheese, served with maple syrup, available for breakfast only.
And then my last item that's a B item for there is the, like you had said with cold brews, there's so many. Mm-hmm. And so it's kind of like, where are we at? And does it make sense to get this? But I have the Pumpkin Cheesecake Tavern Cold Brew. Caramel, vanilla, and cinnamon cold brew with pumpkin cheesecake topper.
Yep, I've got that one listed as the same as well, a B. The only other thing I have highlighted as a B as well is the spicy chicken cordon bleu. Ooh. Fried chicken fillet seasoned with 4 chili spice pickle aioli, pickle chips. Boy, I should know how to pronounce that, huh? Prosciutto. And Swiss cheese on toasted brioche style bun. That may be higher on the list. If we happen to be there for a meal, that's what I'm going to get, I think. Not the cauliflower burger.
I was so disappointed.
I know.
We just watched so Daniel, we do family videos. We don't post them online, but we do family videos because our boys like it. I absolutely love it because it helps me remember. And so 2 years ago, we went to Disneyland for one day when we were down to visit Daniel's family, and because the electrical light parade was there. And so we went one day and we went to the Red Rose Tavern for dinner, and Daniel got a cauliflower burger. And I thought, out of all the things that you could get,
I was curious.
You wasted $15 on a cauliflower burger. So
man, was it healthy.
I was so glad that he was so disappointed in it. And I was like, good, he'll never get anything like that again. River Belle Terrace. We're not headed there. So
no, but if we were, I'd get that candy bowl pudding, chocolate pudding with peanut butter chantilly and chocolate peanut butter pieces. And by pudding, I think it's more of a bread pudding.
Oh,
it looks real good.
Okay. Looks?
Isn't that it there?
No.
What is that? Because that looks great. That's what I was picturing.
That's the graveyard banana funnel cake.
What?
Yeah.
I did not even highlight that. That's all right. We're going to.
So the pictures are above the restaurants.
Not below.
So if it's below, it doesn't belong to that.
Okay. Well, now we know. I don't want
We've only been doing this for a year.
I don't want the candy bowl pudding. But let's talk about the Royal Street Veranda.
The Royal Street Veranda. Love that little restaurant. It's a hole in the wall above Pirates of the Caribbean. And they've had some really good stuff come out of there.
Stuff that we've missed, too, in the past that I've wanted to try. They had like that pirate parfait that looked really cool.
That's right.
We didn't end up
getting that. So this time around, they have pumpkin spice fritters, warm pumpkin spice fritters served with a cream cheese dipping sauce, and a pumpkin king cold brew. And we have seen a few different people try this, and they say it's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, the pumpkin king cold brew is high on my list of ones to try.
That is the only item out of all of these that I starred.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, and it's creme brulee flavored, which I love creme brulee. Did you read the description? Would you like
I'm
me
sorry,
to read
go for it.
Joffrey's pumpkin creme brulee cold brew, pumpkin spiced creamer, toffee chips, and Jack Skellington decor.
So there's the little Jack Skellington out of chocolate on top. All right, Stage Door Cafe. You didn't highlight
I had
this
nothing
one,
highlighted,
but
Graveyard banana funnel cake, classic funnel cake topped with banana cream, chocolate cookie dust, Halloween candy, which is candy corn, whipped topping, and sprinkles. That looks real good to me. Going on the picture alone. Mm-hmm. All right, Tiana's Palace. Nothing? I had the strawberry pie filled beignets just out of curiosity.
well, that's the only thing they've got.
So I highlighted that one. Strawberry cream filled, topped with strawberry glaze. Now their specialty beignets are nothing like beignets. They're more like jelly-filled donuts with the glaze.
Not even as good as a jelly-filled donut. I was so disappointed.
Yeah, and seeing the video, I don't know that this is super high on my list.
The Tropical Hideaway. We have not been there for a while. We were trying to remember the last time we'd been there, but that's over by the Jungle Cruise. We were there with your older sister and her family. They have a couple things, but the one that I have as a maybe is the Monstropolis Float. It is ube dusted Dole Whip, pineapple, and mango with passion fruit, coconut juice, and lychee fruit. And it looks like it's got blueberry eyeballs inside of like bananas. So it looks like googly eyes. And it's funny looking, but the people that have tried it have loved it. So It looks very refreshing. So if it's hot, I'm definitely going to want that.
It's on my list too as a B.
Yeah, definitely the excitement in your voice says that.
Hey, let's hop on over to California Adventure.
First place is Aunt Cass Cafe. That they just have one item for the Halloween season is the taro bread pudding. Warm taro and white chocolate bread pudding with whipped cream and boba pearls served with a coconut vanilla sauce. I don't know if I really like taro, but I had their bread pudding at Christmas when I went with my friend Julie. Mm-hmm. And it was so amazing. Her and I split it, and I think we split it during some kind of parade or show or something. And it was just so amazing. So I'm open to trying another one.
That's where I'm at too. It looks, I don't love the way the picture looks, but I put a maybe. But I haven't disliked any of the bread puddings that I've had either. There anyway. Shockingly, I want nothing at Award Wieners.
Yep. Well, they just have beer this time.
Their sandwiches are very good.
Yes. All right, Boardwalk Pizza and Pasta. All right.
Hope Cappuccino Cart. Here it is. This is my number one. This is the top of the list for me. Peanut butter cold brew. Chocolate and peanut butter infused cold brew topped with peanut butter cold foam drizzle and M&M's peanut butter chocolate candies. That's it. Top of the list. I love peanut butter stuff. And this, I hope it doesn't even taste like coffee. I hope it tastes like drinking a Reese's. Sorry, go ahead.
I wasn't going to say anything because I do not want that.
Okay.
That will be all for you.
You can have a sip.
I will try it so I can give feedback. We've got some churros that we're probably not going to get. Clarabelle's hand scooped ice cream has some fancy stuff. We've got the corn dog castle with a spicy beef and mozzarella corn dog, which we won't be getting.
Pause. Churros at Hollywoodland. I have one. This is one of my highlighted churros.
Really?
The Matcha Chai Madness churro. Matcha and pistachio sugar-coated churro drizzled with chocolate sauce and topped with almonds. I like chocolate, I like almonds, and I like pistachio. So this was the one specialty churro that really stood out to me as a possibility.
And you just found out recently that your our niece, but your sister's daughter loves matcha.
Yes, she loves matcha.
So,
it's so cute.
In honor of her,
she has a big matcha squishmallow. And when I was spending the night at their house, she let me sleep with it. She gave it to me.
And she told you it was her favorite one.
Corn Dog Castle, did you highlight anything? I put a C level one on the spicy beef and mozzarella corn dog drizzled with blackberry sauce, topped with pickled serranos, served with cuties, mandarin, or small bag of chips. That sounds weird and fun. And I could see myself, if I get into a hankering feeling, getting that.
So is that like at the Red Wagon?
That's, I think, the Angry Dog.
This is, I know, but this is a blackberry sauce.
Corn Dog Castle.
And but this is a corn dog, right?
Yeah. So
with
it
blackberry sauce, and the other one has a blueberry sauce.
Yeah, it seems similar to the blueberry one, but it's got cheese in it as well as a spicy hot dog.
Yeah, and Halloween stuff, some of this sounded really good, like the sandwich. I think it was at Red Row, the Boo one.
Yeah.
But they're spicy, and I cannot do spice, sadly. So, like flavor-wise, I can handle it, but reflux-wise, I can't.
Yeah.
All right, Cozy Cone Motels. Do you have anything highlighted?
Just the slow burn mac and cheese, pasta with red pepper cheese sauce topped with chili puffs. And this is in an edible cone, which is really the big attraction for me. I wish they had the pesto one. That would be
yeah.
And maybe they do. It's just not on the foodie guide for Halloween.
It might be in their regular?
Maybe. I've had their the mac and cheese and I liked it. So that's definitely one that I have enjoyed in the past, so I would maybe get it again.
Okay, anything on the back side? We've got more Cozy Cones.
Yes.
Flo's V8 Cafe.
Cozy Cone. Motel number 5 they have the Cozy Corn. Buttered corn on the cob with spicy lime mayo rolled in a choice of cotija or spicy crust chili cheese puffs. This is essentially Mexican street corn, and it looks incredible. And everyone that's had it really liked it. So that's high on my list.
Flo's V8 Cafe. Anything?
Nope.
Okay.
I've never eaten there.
Really?
Never had anything at Flo's.
Wow, I have. They've got some specialty foods for Oogie Boogie Bash, and they're like one of the few places that do. I think there's 4 foods for Oogie Boogie, and Flo's V8 has 2 of them, which we do not plan to eat.
No, they didn't look like anything super special.
Hollywood Lounge. Anything there?
Where is the Hollywood Lounge?
That is back by the Hollywood red truck. I don't remember the name of.
Okay.
The Hollywood backlot.
Asian-inspired spicy pork tacos, kimchi, cucumber, carrots, and pickled onions with
Wait,
sriracha
where are you?
aioli. The Hollywood Lounge? Is that where we're at, or am I on the wrong side?
I didn't even see they had food. I only thought they had drinks.
Oh, yeah, the very top one.
I did see someone say that they are very tiny tacos.
That is my concern with the tacos. That's why I'm always more comfortable when the catering truck has a burrito that's sort of weird, because it's a big serving.
Yeah, their burritos have always been good.
Oh, here's what I was talking about when I alluded to the cookie earlier. The Jack Jack cookie Num Nums. It's a B level for me. Monster Baby cookie, shortbread cookie dipped in chocolate with a Jack Jack chocolate piece on the front. And again, look at that picture. Yeah, it looks like a thick layer of chocolate.
They did say that this isn't new to what they normally have. It just is a different picture on the front. That's it.
I didn't even know they did shortbread cookies. I've only ever had their chocolate chip. Okay.
Anything from Lamplight Lounge?
Yeah. The Munsters Inc. sliders, smashed burger patties, Munster cheese, Anaheim chili, house chipotle sauce, candied bacon, house pickles, and crispy onions on a peppered brioche bun, served with house kettle chips. I have never eaten at the Lamplight Lounge, be it the Boardwalk Dining or the restaurant proper, but I'd like to. You have anything highlighted there or at the regular one?
So you're going to another restaurant without me.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Nah, this is one where it's like if I have a hankering for it, and I wasn't even going to put the sliders, but the description on these is so big for such small burgers. I'm so curious. Where's your next one at?
I don't think I have any more.
None? All right. Well, Smoke Jumpers Grill. Let's jump down there.
I have something on the back side. Yeah.
Smoke Jumpers Grill. I put the Oogie Boogie apple lemonade again. I'm looking for that potential practically perfect punch replacement. This is green apple lemonade with cherry flavored popping spheres and raspberry sauce.
Yes, I had that as a B listed item as well. Studio Catering Company. This is what I was trying to remember. That's the red truck. So I have the Asian inspired spicy pork tacos. Like I said earlier, I can't do spice, but these sounded so good. Kimchi, cucumber, carrots, and pickled onions with a sriracha aioli and its flour tortilla.
I also have that, and the picture on this one looks good.
Yeah. So I will probably just take a bite of yours because I don't think I can handle any more than that, but...
Is it spicy? Oh, it is spicy pork, and it's got sriracha aioli.
Yep.
Okay.
So, that sounds so good. And here's one of the churros. I think this might be the only churro in DCA I have highlighted. Is Willie's Churros. It's the pumpkin spice churro, and it has cream cheese icing and topped with a graham cracker cereal, and that just sounds perfect for fall.
The golden grams seem like the best part to me. You can go for a bowl of golden grams.
Okay, I'll just buy you the cereal, and I will eat the churro by myself.
On here, I just as like C-level ones, I've got some select outdoor vending locations. The Ghost Pepper Turkey Leg, It's been a while since I've had a turkey leg. Who knows? I may get a craving for it, and the ghost pepper one sounds good. Garlic cream cheese bread and a red beef tamale with molcajete. Oh, I'm not even a red beef tamale.
All right, so that wraps up the foodie guide. We will be going to Storytellers Cafe for brunch on one of the days. Or no, breakfast. I'm sorry, not brunch. There was 2 different time slots, and I chose breakfast. So we'll be they're having like a, what was it?
Autumn Adventures.
Autumn Adventures. So that's influencing their outfits, but I think that's influencing some of their foods as well.
Which we've been to the buffet for dinner, but not for breakfast. So
yeah,
this particular one. So I'm excited about that.
All right. So hopefully that was interesting and not just droning on, but we will be eating well once again.
And walking a lot.
Yes. So hopefully that will
Yeah.
help with digestion. Also, we have 3 people eating what we get. So we don't each eat our own thing.
And one kid that will only eat at Pizza Planet. So
yeah.
extra
And so we
walking for
get
me.
extra walking for that.
Yeah. Yeah, so D23, I was way off on all of my predictions. Just about all of them. Were there any big highlights from the reveal that...
well, we kind of knew that Avatar was coming in some form. And so they have the Avatar Way of Water is the ride that's coming to California Adventure.
Or the land, yeah.
Or the land.
Land based on that.
And I cannot figure out where they're going to put an entire land.
I've heard rumors that it's going to be back where Hollywood Land is, but you kind of think something else, right? Your guess?
Yeah, so my guess is that it's going to be over in the California area. So where the Grizzly Peak River Run is and I always forget the name of it, but the Redwood Creek Challenge Trail, that area, because I feel like it's very underutilized.
Yeah.
And with it being the Way of Water, they've already got the river ride set up, and I could just see them completely retheming that.
Be interesting.
So
that area's theme goes so well with the hotel. So
I know.
They announced so many big things that I don't know what this is going to look like in 5-10 years. And that'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Because they also announced a Coco rides going in. Like, it sounds like a pretty big boat ride, like a dark ride where you're on a boat going through. And where's that going to go? Because that's not a small thing. They're doubling the size of Avengers Campus as well.
The Coco ride is probably going to go where Goofy Sky School is.
I wouldn't be too sad about that.
I mean, that's a somewhat popular ride, but that area is underutilized.
It's underutilized. Goofy's is not a fast ride to get on. It's a short ride with a long line.
Yep.
And if they can put in a boat ride that just churns people out, then they've got more people on rides and not walking around. They can get a Pirates of the Caribbean or Small World level ride there instead. That'll be great.
Yeah. And I think they have room on the other side. Like, there's a big fence there because that's like the edge of the park, but they have room there because that's where the path that goes to the Pixar Palace Hotel. So they have room that they could bump that out even.
Yeah.
So
it could be good. I'm excited. I think Coco's a great IP to put in there. And it's been a huge hit every time they do anything Coco related.
Yeah. And you know what we didn't go over is the Plaza de Familia food.
That's right. Is there a whole separate food? There is separate food for that, isn't there?
Yeah. So there isn't a ton, but there is a few things. And I forgot it wasn't part of this foodie guide. But they do like the
flautas? Is that what you like?
Yes. Yep. But they do Plaza de Familia, and they have like a storytelling thing that happens, I want to say like 5 times a day, but they have a storytelling, and it was very well done. Just high energy. The story, I mean, it was like what?
Lots of live performers.
Yeah, 15 minutes, but high energy, lot of performers. They did like 5 songs. Yeah, it's just really fun.
Yeah.
And so I can see the Coco ride going in somewhere around there. And that's why I was saying Goofy Sky School is because they have that. And then Feliz Navidad is during Christmas, and they have this whole parade that happens right there. So I could see that they're trying to move that maybe more in a Disney theme.
Yeah.
And not just in a Mexican theme.
That'll be cool. I'm excited about that. I think that'll be fun. Yeah. So we're getting the Coco area, which I think you're right. I think that's going to be more than just a ride. I think that's going to expand a little bit. We've got the Avengers Campus is getting 2 new rides. One they've been talking about forever. One they surprised everyone. It sounds like you're just on like an industrial robot arm and it swings you around. But we'll see exactly what that looks like.
So, quick question though, if they do put the Avatar Way of Water in Hollywood Land, do you think Monsters Inc. is going to go away? Because they are doing a Monsters Inc. ride in Disney World, right?
They're doing a Monsters Inc. Land, yeah.
Land. And so I almost
and
wonder...
a roller coaster, like a big roller coaster.
So I'm almost wondering if they're like, hey, we can get rid of this ride here.
Yeah.
Because it's not overly popular anymore. Like, the ride is rarely above 25-minute wait when we've been there.
And it's a recycled ride, too.
I'll take that back. Sometimes it's up to 45 minutes, but there's no way we're going to wait that.
Yeah, I mean, the ride itself is recycled. Like, the animatronics are covering up previous animatronics that were there when it was that Hollywood Stars ride that was super, super weird. We should watch it on YouTube after this.
I've been on it. I don't remember it very well, but I've been on it. I don't want nightmares tonight.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it would be a bummer to see Monsters Inc. go, but at this point, that's really the only thing holding back that whole area from being revamped. So I could potentially see that happening because that'll clear up a lot of space. So we're gearing up. We're getting ready to go. We're going to Knott's for probably just a few hours our first day, and then we're heading over to the Grand Californian for our first time staying on property at the Disneyland Resort, and then we're finishing up our trip with our final day for probably at least a few years at Universal Studios Hollywood. And there's a real slim chance that I get a night to go to Knott's Scary Farm because, well, we will not be around when Halloween Horror Nights is going on at Universal Studios. We will be there while Knott's Scary Farm is going on, which is really, that's the only After Dark horror event I've ever been to, and I went to it about 3 or 4 times in high school and college.
And is that the Sunday night is when you were going to go, or are you ditching me with the boys?
I would never ditch you. You're coming with I'm bringing Peter. I'm bringing our kids with us.
That's going to go over so well. No one's going to sleep for the next year.
Yeah.
Yes, we haven't been sleeping
so
anyway.
That'll be fun. And Oogie Boogie Bash is going to be fun. I love trick-or-treating. I always have, so I get to go do that again.
Yeah, and this year they've got candy that our oldest likes, so I'm super excited. And snacks. So for those that don't know, Oogie Boogie, there are villains throughout California Adventure that you can go see. Some of them have treat trails, so as you walk through the line, you don't get to stop and see the character really. You walk through the line and they put candy in your bag, and then you get to see the character for a short while, take a selfie if you want to, but it's not up close and personal, and then you keep walking to the next one. And they also just have some other characters that you can go greet. So what character are you looking forward to meeting the most?
Probably Madam Mim.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, probably Madam Mim. She's a minor character in terms of the grand scheme of Oogie Boogie. Actually, Oogie Boogie, I'm excited to go in his line too.
I want to see Ernesto de la Cruz.
Yeah,
that one's cool. Pretty cool. Yeah, look it up on YouTube if you want to see the Oogie Boogie Ernesto de la Cruz. Yeah. He sings, and I'm pretty sure it's him singing.
All the character interactions are cool because it's not like they're not just standing there when you walk by them. They are interacting with the crowd and mingling and kind of talking and stuff. Because
honestly, character meet and greets as an adult, I'm like, or even bringing my kids up, it's awkward. It's super, super awkward because I'm like, I don't really want to talk to you as a character. I just needed to get a picture for the Clash and Dash. No, for the Clash and Dash. I just need a picture with you, and I need your signature in this book that I have from when I was a kid. And that's it. But I don't really want to have a conversation with you about my magical day.
It's so fun.
I'm not that level of Disney adult.
I'm afraid of Sid. Sid's going to make fun of me, and I'll feel bad. Sid from Toy Story. He just roasts everyone that goes through his line.
Yes.
I'm going to be so insecure.
Okay, well, we'll go without you.
Oh, no, I want to experience it.
So our oldest wants to be Wolverine. He bought the Wolverine claws at the Disney outlet store like a long time ago. They were on clearance, and he used his money to buy them. And so he's flopped back and forth between a few, but now he's decided on Wolverine. And of course, it's like you can't find a normal looking costume.
Yeah.
And then our youngest loves Spider-Man. And so he is going as Miles Morales. And that is from, and so this is kind of, yes, Across the Spider-Verse is what we're themed on. And so I'm going to be Spider-Gwen. I've got a dress. And then Daniel is going to be the Spider-Man.
Sort of out of shape Peter Parker.
But this is the Peter Parker that's a dad.
Yeah.
And so that's why it's Across the Spider-Verse, because Daniel is going to be in a pink robe
Yeah.
and have a baby carrier on, because that is what Peter Parker in that movie is. He's a dad.
And then I've got a long sleeve, like athletic Spider-Man print shirt to go on under it. So yeah, I think that's going to be a lot of fun.
We're hoping it's cool. So
yes, we are.
Because Daniel's going to have a few layers on. Because
I have an issue.
Someone's getting tired
with sweating.
His lie is wearing him out.
Yeah, I am so relaxed now that I got that off my chest. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed this podcast, please like and subscribe. Please email us. No one ever does, and we would love to read your emails on the air. You can email us at
I don't think whining is the best way to get that.
Please email us, please. We're on all forms of social media at OfMiceandMatterhorns, except on X/Twitter, where we are at MiceMatterhorns. And we'll see you next time. And hopefully I'm going to get a picture up of me as soon as it comes in. I'm very excited with my Lester's Possum Park and my Donald S. Pumpkins Halloween shirt. Should be coming in the mail before we leave. And you can take a look at it when I post it on Instagram. Thank you so much. And as always, have a Disney day.
Your attention, please. Of Mice and Matterhorns has now ended its normal operating episode. We thank you for your visit to our podcast and hope that the memories that you made will bring you back soon.